What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Trail Talk. Today we're putting an ATV versus a side-by-side versus a 4Runner. Let's go. Yes! Once again, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Trail Talk. Today, we're so excited, Eric.
We are.
I think I've been most excited to do this series of episodes we have for you. Tons of different vehicles, and we're going to put them through a series of, I'm calling them informal demonstrations, Eric.
Okay.
So here's what's going on. My name's Evan, right? Nobody cares. Eric's behind the camera. We're here once again. We are putting through some demos, a ATV, a side-by-side, and this category, Eric, this is gonna be called the large off-road vehicle, full-size off-road vehicle, OHV. If you don't know, it's off-highway vehicle. This could be like a Jeep, right? A big off-roading vehicle. So we have the whole spectrum, basically. And what we wanna do is basically answer the question, if you have different buddies who have different things, can you all ride together, right?
Okay.
We love pros and cons, don't we, Eric?
We do, and they're all different sizes and costs and all that stuff.
There could be more different in this. We're gonna talk about pros and cons for every single one. Can you ride together with friends who have different vehicles? Hey, if I'm brand new and I'm looking to buy an off-road thing because I love the off-road stuff and I wanna try it, what do I get, right? Over here, you can drive this on the road. You could drive it every day. How hard do you want to drive it off-road? We're gonna get into that. These vehicles are built and born only to go off-road. And they are all different prices, like you said, Eric. So we're going to get into it. If you've been waiting for a Versus challenge series, right? There's gonna be 4 episodes, so stay tuned. This is it.
Let's go.
We're ready to go. So here's what the challenges are. Or like I said, informal demonstrations. By the way, none of this is official. Eric and I are not scientists.
No,
Are
far
you?
from it. No,
You are not. Okay.
at all.
I know I'm not. We're not scientists. None of this is official. None of this is correct like data. It's literally for fun and just to highlight some thoughts that we have about the vehicles, right, Eric?
Right.
So don't take it too seriously. Are the informal demonstrations going to be like done unfairly and incorrectly at times? I can guarantee you. Yeah. We aren't gonna do it the right way. But it's all for fun, so don't get crazy in the comments, it's all good. Here's what the whole setup is. We're going to do a speed and braking challenge. That's this episode, Eric.
Okay.
We have a rock crawling clearance flex challenge. That's next episode. Then we have a trail riding mini course. So we're gonna test them through a little section of doing some different trail riding, okay? And then we are going to have the final episode where there's a multitude of things we're going to do. Are you entertained?
I am.
Yes, by the way, that's my car.
Yeah, it is.
So I need to drive home after this.
That's why I'm excited to see what's gonna go on here.
Eric really wants me to have a bad day.
No.
All right, so first we're gonna get into it right now, right? But we're going to meet the vehicles, so let's do some quick walkarounds. Okay, Eric.
Yeah.
Let's run through the contenders, because there's a few of them. This vehicle, obviously, is an ATV, and this is specifically the Sportsman 570, but if you're like, hey, this one looks way cooler than normal, it's because it's the Ultimate Trail Edition. I love this thing in white. So this is a 570, right? One of the most popular ATVs that we are selling. Very reasonably priced, but we'll get into that later. This one though, like I said, Ultimate Trail Package has some extra goodies. We wanted to give the ATV the fairest shake possible.
Okay.
So check it out. The Duro tires on this, bigger than normal, really awesome grip, a little bit nicer wheels, awesome suspension. It's got some other trail riding stuff like a winch. This isn't stock, Eric, but we have, for some other stuff we're gonna do later on, an actual steel rear rack for this guy. So this is a new addition. But if you come around, you can see the dual A-arms in the rear, right?
Yeah.
Come back up to the front. I'm taking you all over the place.
I know,
right
you get my squats in here.
These have also dual arched A-arms in the front. So for the clearance stuff for the rocks, this thing is going to be like the most capable trail ATV for 570 that we could possibly have out here.
Yeah, it's not messing around for a 570 kind of an entry level ATV.
This thing is no slouch. Also, Eric, do you remember our ATV modifications episode?
I do, and I know you like lighting.
We didn't have lighting on set, did we? So stay here. If it's too bright, I'm not sure. Can you see?
Well, not yet.
They are lit up. So we have these awesome LED lighting packages on here. So sick. Okay, enough of the ATV, right? Next up, we have the General. This is a General XP 1000, but it's not any normal General, Eric. It's the factory custom limited edition. These are actually both like very limited. I swear we did not like steal anyone's personal vehicles. These were like photo shoot vehicles, so don't worry. Everyone still got to buy these who wanted them, I promise. So this is XP 1000 General. The XP means that it has bigger tires straight from the factory, better suspension straight from the factory, Walker Evans up here, and then again in the front, Eric, arched, high clearance, dual A-arms. So this thing is a shredder. Like, this machine is absolutely no joke. We've been riding a lot in it already, Eric.
We did. We put it, I mean, I was riding with you, and this thing eats.
All day. Some of the extras on this vehicle that aren't standard on a normal XP are on this limited edition, the tires, or not the tires, the wheels. So we have beadlock wheels. It's got some extra lighting, gotta love that. Winch, good stuff. We also have rock sliders on here, Eric.
Yes, you also tested those slightly.
One thing I wish we had on the ATV, which we actually do have, but we just didn't install yet, is body armor. You'll see that later on, but would have been good to do that, right? Back here, right, you got the cargo box, you've got the whole thing, we got a roof. Epic shock here, right? Dual arched A-arms. Look at just the build on this.
It's burly.
These are thick.
Yeah.
Big, thick arms. This thing is going to be, so General XP is actually more capable than some razors. Just a really cool machine. Still will go on tons of adventures, like do whatever you want it to do. This is our side-by-side. Could we have had a razor? Yes. Could we have had a Ranger? Yes. We're thinking this is just, we already have this, firstly. Yeah. But this is gonna be the side-by-side for the demonstration. It absolutely shreds, like Eric said. And we come to the final vehicle, Eric.
Yeah, yours.
This is my vehicle. This is the big, full-blown, whatever, off-road vehicle that people, I feel like, think of. Like, you think of Jeeps, 4RUNNERs, there's a ton of trucks, like you can get Ram Prospectors and Tacomas, tons of different things. This was a 4RUNNER, Eric.
It was. It looks like you've done some work.
It really is not anymore. It's been a lot of fun weekend projects. There's extra bumper on the front, there's some cool light stuff, right? But down here is really where things start to change. So basically, this vehicle is nowhere near stock anymore. All of the suspension and all of the guts underneath that hold all the suspension to the vehicle no longer are stock. So if you look in here, we have like Fox shocks, super nice, the factory series. We've got Icon billet, everything. All of the arms are Icon. Walker Evans wheels, we got BFG KO2, super cool. If you come all the way down here, we have a full set of aluminum RCI skids. We have more clearance because I mentioned the suspension. The entire vehicle is on a front and rear 3.5-ish, almost 4-inch lift, okay? I'm not even running the front sway bar. It's like a boat on the road. So this is about as not stock as it can get. We've got sliders here, right? Yeah. Had those for a while. It's got a new radiator, intake, exhaust, wheel on the back, ladder that you don't climb on because like, I'm a giraffe, I can reach. So there you go. Not very stock whatsoever. sick roof, roof rack up top.
You got it decked out.
Tent every now and then. People like to make fun that it's actually just a RAV4 and it's okay. So these are our vehicles, Eric. Let's take another 4Runner. By the way, to all the Jeep guys, Toyotas, there's a lot of Toyota guys too, right? We can still all be friends. So Toyota 4Runner, not stock at all. General XP, super awesome side by side, and the most trail capable 570 we have. So the thing with an ATV also, this is different. We've talked about this before. This is a very active riding experience. I'm straddling this machine. I have handlebars, right? This is very open around me. Very active riding experience. General has some different amenities, a little bit more room. And then obviously over here, most expensive vehicle, also built for being on the road, totally different setup. These, Eric, were never meant to be on the road. You actually aren't supposed to even take these on the road because they were so made to off-road. The very first challenge we have, if you look out once again to our beautiful gravel strip, we are going to do a speed test and a braking test.
Oh boy.
So let's go over to those. I want to make sure we deflate the 4Runner's tires so it's like how the vehicle would be set up off-road. Super awesome life hack. We're just gonna deflate.
What's in your hand? What is that thing?
Let me show you as I laboriously turn this.
So like a valve stem core?
Yeah, this is Coyote deflators, not affiliated. I've had these for years. You do a ton of annoying tuning. Wait for it. That will now automatically, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
This will automatically deflate to 18 PSI. It's a little annoying getting it exactly tuned. Takes like a couple hours to get them all correct, but once they are, I don't need to touch that.
Wow.
It'll just do it. And I can have all four, so I don't have to sit down there. Last tire, by the way, this is not necessary on a side-by-side or an ATV. Here we go. I'm gonna have to fill these back up at the end, but it's all good. Okay, so this one's almost done. Last tire. The power sports vehicles have been ready to go. So let me take this guy off, and what the test is, Eric, is actually directly behind you. Boom, staged and ready to go. So we have our gravel strip. We also have, back here actually, see these dandelions?
Yeah, yeah.
This is the ending mark, okay?
That's the finish line.
Well, it's not, this isn't a race.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
This isn't a race, this isn't a drag race. We have a legal team who approves all of this, and I'm in hot water. Okay. All the way down there, there is, you probably won't be able to see it, but there's another patch of dandelions.
It's a dandelion demonstration.
Dandelion dash.
God.
Another patch of dandelions. I'm gonna start from the same place for all three of these vehicles, okay? And I'm going to not floor it, but I'm going to accelerate with a solid push on the throttle pedal. And the point of this is to see by the time I get to these dandelions, what is the miles per hour that we have? Essentially a flat, safe surface. This is just gravel. The point of this is not to go super fast and crazy. The point of this is to see, we have these different vehicles, they have different engines, drivetrains, tires, right? We made those deflated so there's more grip. Which of these can put the power down and grip the best to end up seeing what speed they'll have by the end here? I have no idea what's gonna happen, Eric.
Are we gonna do a prediction?
We're gonna predict right now. I believe the 4Runner is the sleeper here, dude. I don't know how fast it's gonna be. The 4Runner, by the way, so you know, has a new intake, has new exhaust, and I think that's it as far as power-related stuff. The General will be first, I'm saying. For some reason, I'm gonna say 4Runner second, and then ATV, but I don't, that's my answer. What's yours?
I feel like, I'll go with the wild card. We'll see what the ATV can do. I think it's light.
Ooh.
It's really light, and depending on how much throttle you give it, because I know we have certain things we can and can't do, but I feel like that thing's gonna be a little surprise.
Where's second place for you?
The general.
Okay, so
I'm all about weight. I don't know what it is. It's our first demonstration, but I feel like lightweight
is the key.
Is gonna move a little bit. We'll see. We'll see.
Eric's saying that because he weighs less than I do. So I'm saying general, 4Runner, ATV in this order actually, and you're saying ATV, general, 4Runner.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the ATV. We're gonna go in this order. Boom. Okay.
Okay.
All right. First one. Let's start. Last reminder: put on your safety gear. Right. It's gonna be really weird because I'm gonna be the guy wearing a jersey inside of a 4Runner. I won't be changing each time, but remember to wear your safety gear. Okay, so Eric, ATV, we're running it in high. We have all-wheel drive on, and we have, remember these performance, the switches here?
Yeah.
Work, standard, performance. Obviously we're in performance. Here's the dandelions. I'm going to the other ones. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, let's go. You want to know?
Yeah, what was the speed?
What do you think?
44.
40.
40.
40 miles an hour to the dandelions. Is this, listen, is this unofficial, inaccurate in some way? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next vehicle, Eric. I'm not changing out of my... I didn't think about this. I look like a total doofus. Okay.
Consistency is key.
I just hit my visor on the wheel. We are in 4-wheel drive. We have traction off, and we have the tires deflated. Everything else, standard. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, that is so close.
I could hear you.
What do you think it was?
I'm guessing it's close.
Oh my God.
I'm guessing 41.
It literally, 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know if we're gonna show both of them. We did it 2 times because I didn't think I gave it a fair enough shake. It's just how the engine goes. Like, it kicks in later on. This gets going super fast.
Yeah. That's great.
But they're the same.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 40?
40 and 40.
40. Never done that in the 4Runner.
It sounds good.
Once it hits that's a Borla exhaust. Once it hits that's the gentleman's exhaust, by the way, Eric.
Okay.
Doesn't drone annoyingly, but when you hit that nice little RPM, really kicks in.
Classic gentleman's.
High gear, 4-wheel drive is on, and party on.
What was it?
Faster.
It is faster?
Oh yeah.
How much?
In this short of time, this is probably actually pretty substantial. 46 miles an hour. So 40, 40, 46.
The
now,
general, yeah.
To be clear, here. This is probably a little loud for you. There are not many places on a trail where you're gonna go 46, 40 miles an hour. But this is, again, not official. This is not science, Eric.
Nope.
We're not scientists.
Not at all.
This is for fun. Okay, let's talk about it. Wow, I'm not surprised by this. I'm still surprised by...
Those two were dead on.
That was super interesting. Okay, we're not even gonna talk about the results. Well, they're not even results. We're not gonna talk about what happened yet. We're gonna talk about it, don't worry. But we're gonna go straight into the braking challenge. Okay, Eric?
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. Here's the dandelions.
Dandelions, yeah.
This time, it doesn't matter where I'm gonna start because this is now the starting line. I'm going to go 30 miles an hour
Okay.
in all of these machines. And I'm going to, so I'm gonna, already be going 30.
Right.
Still 30
Okay.
when I hit these dandelions. And then I'm going to apply firm braking pressure.
Got it.
Notice how I didn't say I'm going to slam on the brakes.
Yes.
That's not what I'm doing.
No.
You do not ever really want to slam unless it's, you know, whatever. I don't want the vehicles out of control. We always want vehicles in control. So I'm going to apply firm braking pressure. When I hit these, 30 miles an hour, firm pressure, whoever or whatever stops in the shortest distance, Eric, is the challenge.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, complete sense.
If it has more braking via grippy tires or the brakes themselves, vehicle weight, whatever, we're gonna see how they perform. Okay. So, predictions. Where are you at? Are you still
I'm back. I'm on Team General now, man. This thing's, I think it's gonna break hard.
You realize we've never washed this?
I know, it's great. It's patina.
So General first, is General in the shortest distance?
General first for me, then I'll do ATV.
ATV, 4Runner, okay. Yeah. The 4Runner is such a sleeper to me. I agree with you. I'm saying General first, but I feel like the 4Runner has like big brakes.
Okay.
But it's also heavy.
Okay.
I'm going with you. General, ATV, 4Runner. There we go. Ooh. So remember, I'm not slamming the brakes. I do not want to skid or lose control.
What do we have here? That's our
marker. Okay, 4Runner, brake test, seat belt. I'm getting so good at getting in and out of vehicles. There's 30.
So that's ATV.
Wow.
Right?
It felt heavy to stop.
Yeah, it looked like it compared to the ATV.
Again, you know, how official was that? Not engineers, not scientists. Smoother tires, Eric.
Sure, yeah.
Than the big knobblies.
Yes.
So, okay. Let's see the General now.
That's a big difference.
From there, another 10%, you know, I don't know.
It's like a full vehicle length.
That is a full...
About, maybe.
It's a long walk.
Yeah. But it's also a lot of weight.
Yes. Reminder, that was with, the tires are deflated. Look at the tires again. You see they're deflated more? Yeah. So that is also a larger contact patch touching the ground, helping us brake. So
if they were firmer, it wouldn't have been able to stop us.
It would take a lot longer to stop, yeah. It would want to continue rolling.
Sure.
Okay, now let's do the General. We only have 2 markers, but it's okay. We'll just see where the vehicle ends up. Yeah. Back tire, 30 miles an hour. Dandelions in place. Let's go. I've got 30, I've got 30, I've got 30. Oh, yeah. Eric, that was perfect.
Yeah, that was a good stop.
Wow. Okay, that was perfect on 30. It's a little, I mean, it's not like I used cruise control on that. I'm trying to make my foot like cruise control. The Dandelions, first shortest distance is the General XP. Yeah. Side by side. Come up, come along.
I'm with you. Which one is this now?
ATV.
Okay, second shortest. Wow.
Modified 4Runner.
So the General.
Lifted.
The General.
This is what we said, right? General, ATV, 4Runner.
Yeah.
Heaviest vehicle. Not the lightest vehicle, though.
No, but...
Beat the ATV.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tires, braking. Let's go talk about it. Speed test, okay? The ATV and the lifted 4Runner hit 40 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. The General, look at her over there.
There it is.
46 miles an hour.
That's crazy.
So, firstly, really interesting how such different vehicles were both on the same pace, right? And then, of course, you could probably say that's the most, just, bred for performance vehicle coming in first. A few thoughts. The 4Runner is obviously built for the road, right? And a Jeep too, name your Land Rover, Range Rover, whatever your choice is, Nissan Xterra, I know there's a couple of you. These vehicles are built for the majority of the population. They're not necessarily taking them off-road. They have to meet certain road regulations, so we have to kind of turn them into a cool off-road thing, right? Oh, I wonder, the braking, sorry, there's so many things in my head. I'm like, what if it had knobbier tires? So this is, you know, more money into this thing. This is a road-going vehicle. These aren't, and 40 miles an hour. This also 40 miles an hour. So between the grippiness and, you know, this has a smaller engine than that, but also weighs less. They both pulled 40. The General, of course, has, we don't know the math on this. Do you think it has the most power to weight?
I don't know.
There's no way we're gonna know. Maybe we'll put on screen, but we might not even be smart enough to do that.
We'd have to fact check it.
We're gonna fact check us. That thing just gripped, it felt faster. It stopped the quickest, which, you know, we guessed that. That was very interesting. The ATV was the second quickest stopping, and then the 4Runner went the furthest. Probably because it was the heaviest, Eric, and also probably because the tires were not as knobbly, and who knows what else is going on with the different things. This is obviously not stock anymore, so there's different things not helping the braking. But takeaways from episode 1. Some surprises, some different things, pros and cons. I mean, here's the deal. At the end of the day, like, the ATV and the side-by-side are legitimately made to only off-road. So they're bred and born to do just that. You're not supposed to take them on pavement. So they are built with these tires, which you probably wouldn't enjoy on pavement anyway, to do great power in corners, coming out of a corner, great braking when you need it to. And this vehicle just operates a little bit differently.
But you can take that and go home.
Right.
You know?
It's like,
you can sleep in it.
you can take it, you can go home, you can sleep in this thing. These things are a little bit different. Let's say we had a problem or broke something. You can put these back on the trailer and take them home. If this was broken, you are then having to like figure out a broken vehicle situation. So, because that is, you know, unless you have a bunch of cars, that is my daily driver. So, there you go. Well, I forget what episode of Trail Talk this is, but first challenge mini-series episode. The General was the fastest, and the General, representing our side-by-side category, also broke, or should I say, put the brakes on.
Yeah.
It didn't break. It put the brakes on the quickest, or stopped in the shortest distance. ATV kind of averaged out to second place because it tied the first challenge, and it was second in the second challenge. And so far, the 4Runner, my baby Eric, tied for second in the first challenge and was third in the second.
Braking, yeah.
So there we go.
Fun stuff.
Pros and cons, so cool. Get stoked for the next episode because we're going rock crawling. Eric and I are going right now. You're gonna have to wait for next week's episode, but come on back. Listen, all these vehicles, you're gonna have a fun time at the end of the day, right? They're all super cool, but when are they not cool? When they aren't doing anything off-road, when you're not going out and riding. So take these vehicles, go out and ride, and you better come on back for the next episode when I may or may not still have a vehicle to drive home in.